I start to see the next major shift in product management being that you're not just running the delivery engine, you're not just meeting with customers deciding what to build, but you're now evolving to become a business owner. In the past, there's sort of been this weird bifurcation of product managers. There's sort of two types of product managers, like the product managers that came bottom up, if you will, from engineering and eventually moved into the business, or the MBA types that are just looking at product management and sort of from the office of the CFO, if you will, and it's just numbers and things like that, and don't have a lot of like facility with the technology and things like that. What I'm starting to see more and more of is like the reason I think that there were those two groups is because I think for a long time, people who were technical product managers, if you will, or whatever it is, often like pushed back and resisted learning more about the business and about finances and about just like incentives and of the broader system and things like that. And I'm really starting to see that change because it's like, otherwise, if product management as a discipline doesn't kind of change in that direction, then naturally its effectiveness is going to ultimately be limited just at like, well, we're delivering great things to customers, but it's not making us any money. So it's not really an ultimate success for the business. It's a success for the customer, but it's not a great business outcome or whatever, especially in this time of the macroeconomic headwinds that we're facing and things like that. There's a lot more scrutiny, and the ability for a product manager to kind of look at that stuff and be able to talk strategic finance and plan out the P&L of their organization. I think that that's a key skill. It's not covered in a lot of product management books today, I don't think, but I personally would like to see more product managers know that kind of thing. What you'll start to see, I think, it's also, again, speaking of paying attention to things in the industry, is like you see CEOs more and more coming from a product background, and it's not just isolated to big tech. Microsoft has always had that culture where like the CEO or the CVPs, the corporate vice presidents and things like that typically come up from a product or technical side. Out in the industry, though, that has been very, very rare. But you're starting to see more and more of that. It's very incremental, but you're starting to see that. Like Twilio, for example, the CEO of Twilio was the founding, and he's technical and he's an engineer, and VCs or boards or investors start to see, oh, the product manager that then can also kind of have the business side and know how to operate the business and pull other levers other than building software. That actually makes a really good leader because you've already kind of got the soft skills to do that. And it's just a knowledge gap sometimes maybe about how to run a sales function and marketing function, finance function.